Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius December 16, 2022. Motivation levels are subject to ups and downs with today's transits. You may be searching for some inspiration, which can keep you in a restless state temporarily. While there can be a feeling of change and possibly excitement, there can be a lot of confusion to go along with it. The temptation to agree with others who see you unclearly is strong but could lead to misrepresentation or problems later. Aim to manage your expectations and take it as a sign that you may need to better align your dreams with your plans. Committing to something should wait. It would help if you allowed things to play out a while longer to give yourself more time to process and understand your needs. Beware the cosmic hurricane with your name on it today. Bad news brews in the wind. While you so often have the greatest sense of hope, you also know the depths of never-ending despair. As the mighty sun sizzles in the sky, he will drown beneath the waves of a square from a tragic Neptune orbiting in your solar first house of identity and zodiac sign. Conflicts in relationships are practically guaranteed, and singles must be very careful about who they speak to and connect with today. In all honesty, it may be best to chalk today up as a moment for deep reflection rather than interaction. What do you like and dislike about your professional commitments? As the moon enters your opposite sign, you may be more aware of the nuances in your obligations, arrangements, and partnerships. But this awareness could cause a little stress since the sun in Sagittarius is squaring Neptune in your sign. Instead of feeding into the potential anxiety of these transits, take a step back to consider what you need to feel self-assured in your career and professional status. Do not be afraid to refer to a work friend or confidant who can keep it real with you. On both sides of the financial fence, there is a sense of anticipation but also a growing sense of confidence. With Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, still 6 days away from his game-changing return to your income sector, a friendly aspect between the dwarf planet Eris here and the Sun, in his last full week in your career sector, is fueling both your financial and professional confidence. When you feel lost, and like you don't know what you want, stick to your routine. With the proper care of your body, good, fresh food, plenty of water and exercise, the subconscious will eventually reveal itself. Create a nurturing and predictable pattern for yourself today. Breathe consciously. A basic Hatha yoga workout would help quiet your mind. Whatever message is hidden inside of you will come out as long as you prepare yourself to receive. Let go and embrace the step of not knowing. Ideally, this would be a day off where you could get your family rounded up and out for some fun times. The essence of this day will certainly encourage this kind of activity, but if you do have work that has to get done, perhaps you could make some arrangements for this evening. Keep in mind that it is not only the amount of time you have to spend, but also the quality of it. An hour of real connection and heartfelt laughter is much better than 6 hours of watching television. Thanks to the moon's departure from your work sector yesterday, you have an intuitive read on work and job matters, as the sun not only moves into his final 7 days in your career sector but is working with the planets preparing for Jupiter's return to your income sector next week. At the same time, it was a friendly aspect between the sun and moon that also allows you to look to the future with confidence, while at the same time making it easier to read between the lines and join the dots across the income, work, and career fronts. It was just 3 days ago that the moon wrapped up its last visit to your romantic sector for the year, with its last visit to your relationship sector now putting the focus on your relationships. While a clash with Jupiter and Neptune in your relationship sector tomorrow will put a balance between your personal and relationship needs to the test, a friendly aspect to planets on the communication front is a chance to go into this with the communication lines open. Our eyes in the sky. Themes today revolve around passion, activity, optimism, and the way energy moves. Be aware of your personal boundaries, and remove yourself from any situation in which people don't respect your thoughts or voice. Confusion could hang fairly thick in the air, so try not to get immersed in situations that don't make sense to you. Watch out for gaslighting behavior in yourself and others, and don't let anyone invalidate your feelings with conversational gymnastics. Intensify contacts to people, because they find you particularly likable right now. Plan your leisure time with family and good friends, and most importantly, make your plans together. You might feel like ringing up an old friend. The time is perfect to revive and strengthen old ties. This will make it easy for you to make new contacts and maybe even lifelong friendships. You may feel that others are acting unusually. You must quietly accept their conduct and not get upset if things temporarily don't go your way. Maybe you're more irritable and easily upset by things that have not mattered for a long time, or possibly the answer is just a simple case of getting some much-needed rest. The desire to break free from restrictive situations is real today, and you might have trouble focusing on tasks at work or school. Remember to ground yourself and focus on your breath if you feel overwhelmed. Use the energy today to set your intention to pursue your wildest dreams, but don't take any drastic action now. The lunar energy can be unpredictable and unstable, so expect the unexpected today and try not to let people or situations get the better of you. After midnight, the moon enters Virgo, exiting its void of course which began yesterday morning. During this lunar period, we achieve emotional equilibrium via organizational or logistical efforts. We want our lives to run as efficiently as possible, and are attracted to systems that mitigate stressors. Over the next 2 days, we look for ways to be of service to others. This can be a very productive time, ideal for decluttering our surroundings and getting routines in good working order. However, with such high standards, we can also be especially critical of others and ourselves. Whatever you take on seems to work out well, and everyone who you come into contact with admires the enthusiasm and expertise you show, giving a welcome boost to your self-confidence. Make sure you respect those who admire you and don't behave in an egotistical way. You may still need their continuing support if things do not turn out as expected. Go out and enjoy life to the full. You exude an inner calm and spontaneity that others find irresistible, so join in activities with them. Start a new hobby or visit an old friend. Whatever you do, reflect and find out what's been on your mind. Unable to connect with others as easily as normal, you feel misunderstood, deciding those around you are behaving unacceptably. It is important to allow some distance between you, rather than have endless discussions. Incorporate their point of view and feelings, which ultimately enhances your relationship. After sunup, the Sagittarius Sun squares off with Neptune in Pisces, facilitating self-deception. We might feel guilty, ashamed, or paranoid about actions taken, even if they don't warrant such scrutiny. As our self-esteem takes a nosedive, those with malicious intent recognize our vulnerable state and may seek to exploit it. We risk placing our faith in bad actors and becoming gullible to their schemes. If possible, avoid making deals or important decisions today. Steer clear of mind-altering or addictive substances. Expect misunderstandings or misdiagnoses. This is a better transit to use for artistic or creative experimentation than spiritual studies or divinatory practices.